has it. Knicks down 3. Should the Bulls foul? No. Anthony for 3. Bang! That one goes down, and the game is tied.
Deflected. Carter goes back to get it. 3 seconds left. Carter with 2 seconds. Carter for the win. Got it! Vince Carter has done it! Nets win in overtime.
Williams will throw in. Rashard Lewis playing off the ball. Lewis gets it to LeBron for 3 for the win. Yes! LeBron James at the buzzer as the Cavaliers have pulled it off the top of the third and won the record.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your man CW7. This is the Editor's Corner official podcast number 19. I'm not even going to waste no time letting you guys know what's good today. I got a few guests with me as usual. Now, first and foremost, I want to introduce a friend of mine. He's not only a guest, but he also will be doing a little bit of co-hosting with me now and in the future. J.A. Money, say what up to the people, man.
Hey, what up? Nice. I appreciate everybody in TEC having me on. I mean, you got Chaos and all these boys. I really appreciate it, reaching out and wanting me on the show and all that junk.
Anytime, man. Now, Jake, I don't know if you have a YouTube channel or not, but I do know you're a hell of a roster maker for NBA 2K15. So, can you briefly tell the folks about your editing, your most recent project, and all that good stuff, real quick, man?
Yeah, I've been editing 2K for about 3 years. Pretty much since I got out of the days where I was content with the out of box rosters, and when I finally realized that to enjoy the long term dynasty modes, you really got to put in work and edit and do your thing. So I started like 2K12. I started going in and editing in draft class and what have you, so to make it last longer. But in 13 and 14, I really got into the nitty gritty editing them rosters. And those of you that know the Sim World roster. The kind of head honcho of that, Roniel, and then you got you and Dries and all them. You guys accepted me. Y'all accepted me in this year, and me and Roniel put in a ton of work, for the past 2 months, and even a little bit before then, a little pregame and all that stuff. During my vacation, I actually went to Gatlinburg for a vacation when the game came out, and I actually drove down there on release day. In Gatlinburg, and then spent like 3 hours editing on vacation. So, we grinded for real. And if you're not familiar with it, it's just a complete re-rate, re-tendency. You got all the accessories, pretty much everything you can think of to edit. We're getting it. We're getting it. Fixed for my league and all that good stuff to make the experience just all that better. So that's what I'm on.
And I might be a little bit biased because, you part of the squad, but this shit is amazing. So, you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it.
Of course. And you know what I'm saying? We'll let you get into where they can download. Matter of fact, before we get to Prophecy, man, go ahead and tell them how they can download that real quick if you don't mind, man. Or you can tell them where to find it on Operation Sports and whatnot, man.
We have a giant thread on OS, and we started that before the game even came out. And I'm not going to ignore, kind of the main piece of it is the roster, I guess. But a lot of people are drawn into the SimWorld project because of you and Dries. You can't really ignore it. Y'all's work and Blindside now too is just incredible, and it has been for the past 3 years. So I wanted to shout out to you. But 2K made it a little more difficult. I actually had to help up my boy earlier download it because it's a little confusing. You can't just download it and save it and all that. It's a little more tricky than that. Once you go into My League, they have an option for custom roster. I think it's the same for My GM. You go in, it says custom roster. You can turn it on or off. You turn that on, you can either search my gamer tag, which is JA space money 14, or Ron Yells. It was just Born Star space Yells with a Z. There'll be a roster on there called Sim World. You download that has everything. If you just want to take a look at it, you can even go into create roster in the options menu, do that same thing. You can do that and even save it to your local drive if you want. Same with the draft classes. Once you start it up, the game will prompt you. I'm pretty sure everyone's familiar with that. Hit upload and then search on the gamer tag. All the information's listed in the thread. Just hop on Operation Sports, NBA 2K rosters, and you'll see it. We got the two big threads going on, so all the information's in there. I'm not really good at explaining stuff. So
I think you hit all the good points, man. Moral of the story is 2K. Stop making shit difficult for everybody.
That's right.
Man. Next up, we got my man Prophecy. What's good, player?
What's going on, Pimp? POP, man. Pimp Squad, hold it down.
all day. Now, you know what I'm saying? I got knowledge about you when we had Dooms on the show, and he had nothing but good things to say about you, of course. And of course, like I said, before we started the show, I told you I just got finished watching some of your videos, so I know. But for those who don't know, let them know who you are, where they can find you, and what they can expect from your channel, man.
Like I was telling everybody earlier before the podcast started, I've been around. So if you do know who I'm appreciate you for showing love. And if you don't and you want to get in contact with me, check my YouTube out. It's UTX Prophecy the Great. And I've been doing this for a grip, and I just spit real talk. That's what I thrive on. I'm not a corny dude or one of these YouTubers that will portray to be some way in their videos and then switch the style up when you talk to me or talk to me on the phone or text message. Just think of me as I'm a worse version of Charlamagne the God if you watch The Breakfast Club. Funny dude, keep it real, and it's just all love. I show love when I get love.
Hey, can you tell them what the channel is? Oh, you already told them that. See, look, I'm fucking up already, man.
I pretty much did. Like, I mean, uploading wise, I upload from. I'm the type of dude that upload Pokemon and then upload Minecraft and then upload 2K. Like my main thing right now has been WWE, but WWE 2K Park and the Jordan Rec Center and a little bit of Far Cry. Stuff like that. I came in the game as a Call of Duty commentator, so I just uploaded enough from a Call of Duty back in the days. But I think I'd like to say I've evolved my game library and got it out of that drone phase.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Well, like I said, for everybody who wants to know, I mess with them, and you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say that if I don't mean it. So. Y'all, go check them out, man. Last and definitely, whoa, yo, I cannot talk tonight, man. Excuse me. Last and definitely not least, we got my man Boneman. How are you, man?
What's up, y'all? I'm doing great, man. How y'all doing tonight?
Man, I'm just making it, though. I'm making it.
True.
Now, I'm fresh off of watching your Sunset Overdrive playthrough.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Part 4.
Yeah, that's what's up, yo.
Yeah, man. But can you let the people know who you are? And, tell them what they can expect to see from your channel. And, of course, where they can find you at.
Yeah, of course, man. Y'all can find me over at Boneman 9000. There's no spaces in there over on YouTube. What you expect from my channel, lots of sports gaming content. You'll see NBA, 2K15, My Career, My Team, pack opens, etc. WWE, 2K15. And you will see the walkthrough from time to time. I'm not jaded towards the walkthroughs. So y'all see... as we mentioned earlier, we got the Sunset Overdrive going on the channel. I'm enjoying the hell out of that game. So yeah, that's what you guys are gonna see. Pretty much things sports gaming, and you will see a walkthrough on there. Don't be caught off guard.
No doubt. Now, all right, so we got that out the way, guys. Now, I like to tell y'all that I do like to ask all of our guests a few random questions. It's not the typical nonsense that you might be used to hearing. A little more out of left field. Obviously, it's not going to be anything disrespectful or anything like that, but it'll give the audience a good chance to get to know you guys in a different light. So do y'all mind participating in that before we get on to the show?
Let's get it.
Nah, man.
All right, so I kept it short this time because we got 3 of y'all, man. 5 questions. Everybody answer them. Prophecy, we going to start with you on this first one. You ready, man?
Yes, sir.
What is the best cereal of all time, sir?
Captain Crunch peanut butter.
Oh, okay. You know what? I respect that.
Short and sweet. Love it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Jay, what's the best cereal of all time, man?
Fruity Pebbles, my man. Gotta go with it.
Okay. Boneman.
Y'all make me sound old up in here. Can I get some honey bunches of oats, almonds?
What? The almonds. Yo, man, I'm gonna have to look. I respect all of y'all choices, but I still say Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's my second, bro.
That's my second up there.
Look, man, I used to eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch like that shit was candy. My mom would come in the kitchen and just slap the box out of my hand.
I don't know if y'all remember back in the day, right? I don't remember. Forgive me for not remembering, but getting a little old up there. But they used to have these. It was French toast, right? It was French toast cereal, but it wasn't actually like French toast, cinnamon French toast. It was actually French toast. Like they were shaped as French toast, and they was like the best cereal ever. But I heard that the people that made French, I think it's the same people that make Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I heard they're bringing that back recently.
Chaos. We need to get somebody on the research team to look that up.
I heard recently they're bringing that back, and I'm loving that right now.
And if it's true, we will be mentioning it on the next podcast because that's a big deal. Number 2, Boneman, we're gonna start with you.
All right.
How long did you believe in Santa Claus until you found out that fool wasn't real, man?
Oh man!
Until you found out Santa Claus was a fraud.
Wait a minute. Santa Claus ain't real?
Yeah. Man, I'm sorry to break the news, man.
This podcast is depressing. I'm out of here, y'all.
Yeah. Yo, if we got any young kids listening, I apologize, man. But you heard it here first.
You out here breaking hearts, man.
I'm sorry, man.
I found out. I think I was in like 2nd grade. My mom straight up told me.
Oh man, how'd you take it, dog?
I looked at her and I was just like, yeah. She was like, hey, don't you know she was like, who do you think buys the presents? You think it's really Santa Claus? And as soon as she said it, I was like, nope, it's you.
Exactly. Jay, what about you, man?
My mom's like that. She loves the credit, and she's the best. I love you, mama. But you know, I was so young, I don't even remember. You know, I got a bunch of siblings, so when she broke it to me, I can imagine that she probably gave me that responsibility. You know, kids love responsibility as little as it is, so they're like, she's like, you know, Santa ain't real, because I walk in and she's like put the presents at midnight or whatever, you know. So I wake up, she's like, you notice me? It's not Santa. I was like, yeah, that's fine. She's like, but you can't tell your little brother and your little sister. I was like, all right, I'm good on that. And then you wake up the next morning, and I'm like, yeah, Santa. You know what it's about, right?
Prophecy. What about you?
I remember mine very, very, very well. I was 5 years old when I found out. My older brother, he was a dick. He was one of those older brothers that just wouldn't let you live as a kid. Like, you know, if you was playing with toys, or, you know, back when you was a kid, you played with stuffed animals or a doll or something like that. Stop playing with Barbie dolls. Like, what?
Yeah,
like, so he was sitting
just
up here,
for no
like,
reason.
he was like, you know, Mom, Santa Claus, and I'm a live little kid back then. No, you're lying. You're wrong. You know, because they used to have a little thing on TV that told you what Santa Claus was. So, like, I'm like, it's on TV. He's telling me where he's at. And,
TV don't lie.
you know what I'm saying? And so, like, they was like, he told me to stay up all night. We stayed up all night. I'm just flexing my age a little bit. We stayed up all night playing Turtles in Time on the regular Nintendo. And
Best turtles ever, by the way.
OG.
And I you know, we was downstairs in the basement. That's where our game setup was. And we were sitting up there, and then he was like, all right, now sneak upstairs. And we started sneaking upstairs, and I saw her putting the presents down, and I was like, this bitch, like,
Okay, on a scale,
like, I actually shed a tear. Like, I really remember that shit. Like, and then the next day, I just was opening presents. She was like, what did Santa Claus get you? And I was just like,
shut up.
Mom, you full of shit.
Yo, I'm about to say
Santa brought me lies.
You know,
well, I'm about to say on a scale of 1 to 10, man, how heartbroken were you?
I was like over 9,000, dog.
Oh,
I was over 9,000. That was live.
disappointment level over
And then,
9,000.
I never did it for my little brother. So, like, my little brother,
Yeah.
he this nigga might still believe in Santa. He's 16 years old, but he might still believe in Santa Claus out there, because I just didn't want to do that to him like that.
I feel you. I'm gonna make mine real quick, but I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna show my age for a little bit too. The first time I realized that I was telling my mom that I wanted Santa to get me I think it was called Tecmo Wrestling.
Oh,
it was for regular Nintendo.
I remember that.
And so she took me to, now I don't know how old some of y'all are in here, but this is back when GameStop was still called Electronic Boutique.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's also
Games.
software,
EB Games.
software, etc. was the other joint.
Nah, that's before they even went to EB Games. It was called Electronic Boutique. You know what I'm talking
damn.
about,
I
probably?
know what you're talking about. I don't like really remember it like that, but I do remember what you're talking about. Like, I remember the logo and everything.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Bottom line, it wasn't GameStop. I can tell you that much. But anyway, man, she took me there, and I just kept asking her, like, why do we have to go here to get this? Like, what are we doing, yo? And she finally looked at me, and she was like, boy, shut the hell up and just take this game, man. Santa ain't shit. Santa ain't real, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I remember that. And I really wasn't that heartbroken because at the time I just wanted the game so bad. I didn't give a damn where it came from. I don't care if a homeless man brought it to me from, you know what I'm saying? I don't care where it came from. I just wanted the shit. So at that time, you know what I'm saying? But I do remember vividly looking at her and her telling me that, man. So let's move on to the next question, man. What's the best and worst fast food restaurants? Jake, we gonna start with you.
The worst is McDonald's. I eat that shit so much, but it's the worst. It's horrible. I get sick to my stomach every time I think about eating it.
And you gonna be there tomorrow morning, ain't you?
No, I'm gonna be at Subway. That's my best. Does that count?
That's the best.
Does that count?
Yeah, we'll take that.
All right,
hold on. Let me ask. Okay, yeah, we'll accept that. Okay, so Subway the best, McDonald's the worst.
Way worse. Yeah, Subway. I spend like $70 a week on Subway. It's a problem.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's fucking ridiculous, Jake. But Prophecy, what about you, man?
He said McDonald's, so just to be different, I'm gonna say Taco Bell.
That's your best or your worst?
That's the worst?
That's the worst.
What?
And the reason why time out. The reason why he's the worst
Let the man
is
speak.
because I found out about their meat and like how terrible their meat is compared to like dog food and stuff like that. But the thing about it is it's so cheap that you can't help but keep going back to them. Like McDonald's is nowhere near as cheap. No, McDonald's isn't cheap like that. Like it's cheap, but it's not cheap like Taco. Like you can get the 20 thing, the joint for $10. Like so it's like it's so cheap.
Let me get 100 tacos. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that'll be $20.
Cheap, but it's like at the end of the day, after I get done eating that shit, I just look at myself in the mirror and shake my head holding that wrapper. Like, why? Why did I just do that?
Just ashamed of yourself, right?
And then my best, it's in the Midwest. It's a place called Culver's. I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of that, but basically Culver's is best burger place you've ever had mixed with Dairy Queen. Like so, it's like if you've ever had like Five Guys, I mean they're arguably considered one of the best. It's like Five Guys and Dairy Queen combined, so they make their own frozen custard and you can order sundaes and all that. But its burgers is like really good, and as well as the French fries. But it's only in the Midwest as far as I know.
I see. Well, we definitely don't have it over here, but I will definitely be looking it up when I try.
Yeah, like if people are from the Midwest, like. Especially where I'm from, which is Wisconsin, like is really big. They have these things called, cheese curds, right? Like I think if everybody's heard of cheese curds.
Nah.
Okay, well, cheese curds is basically cheese. Like it's hard, like in a ball form, but they they fry it.
It looks like someone smashed it like with their hands. Like
right?
They're trying to make a cheese snowball.
It's like a cheese snowball, and if it's really fresh, like it'll like really really good. But what they do at Culver's is they wrap that in some dough and fry it. And you know how we is. So if you like melted cheese in general, if you like cheese, and then you put that butter, that breading around it, it's just amazing. I'm getting hungry thinking about it. Like,
yeah,
I gotta
cheese. Well, man, like, yo, can we put this on pause? And speaking of that, what about you, Bo, man?
I'm gonna have to say the best to me would be Five Guys. I enjoy it. Enjoy it a lot.
I respect that.
I think my worst is a shocker to the whole nation. If you have it, Sonic.
Boo! I love Sonic. Come on, man.
No, I can actually ride with you on that one, Bone, man. My wife loves Sonic. I don't really play it.
Every time I go, it's like I don't know, like shit wrapped in gold. Like they sell you on the stuff. Oh my god, it's gonna be so good. And you get it, and it's only okay.
But
that makes it the worst.
It's because like it's not readily available, and like if you anywhere you'll see, and you've been a victim to this. Anywhere that doesn't have Sonic, you still see fucking Sonic commercials 24/7 on your TV.
Yeah.
So they programming you to like, yo, you gonna love this Sonic, bro. And then when you get it, you like, nigga, Burger King better than this motherfucker. Like, and I just got introduced to Five Guys. I'm in New York now, so I didn't know what Five Guys is amazing.
Yeah, Five Guys is definitely on.
We got a couple down here, but I never had it. I should get on that.
Yeah, you need to.
Yeah,
If you unless you're allergic to peanuts. If you're allergic to peanuts, do not go to Five Guys. For everybody else that's listening, if you're allergic to peanuts, do not go to Five Guys because they cook all this stuff in peanut oil.
This is a public service announcement.
You will die eating Five Guys if you're allergic to peanuts.
It'd be the best, worst meal you ever had.
Best last
Look,
meal.
you gonna be on your deathbed and be like, damn, that food
That burger was good.
man.
though.
I got these cheeseburgers.
it was worth it. All right, number 4. We back to you, Prophecy. What's the latest you ever stayed out when you had to be up early the next morning?
Stayed out 5:00 in the morning.
How early did you have to be?
5:30.
Oh, wow!
Like I stayed up all night. Me and my boy snuck out the crib, with a few girlfriends, and we just stayed up, just talking and doing things when we was kids, and we had to go to school at like 5:30. We had to get ready to catch the bus at 5:30. So I was like, "Fuck it, I ain't sleeping. Like, we might as well just get ready to keep going." And then I ended up sleeping in school, of course, but it's 5:30.
Brave, man. Jake, what about you, man?
It was actually the other day. I'm in finals.
you still young, man.
I'm in finals week. Yeah, I am. I'm probably the youngest one here, but that's no big deal. I'm in finals week right now for college. I had a final at 8 a.m. and I just didn't sleep. I stayed up for 26 hours, and then when I got home from the final, I crashed the fuck out.
Oh,
so,
no, you probably slept
it
good
was
for a
rough.
break.
I did.
Boneman.
All right. So yeah, I had work from like 3 to 11 the night before, and me and some friends went out to Atlantic City right after work. I had work at 6 a.m. We got back to the parking lot at like, I don't know, 5:40. I slept for like 17 minutes and then clocked right back into work.
Yo, you a G. Now I gotta tell my quick story real quick, man. Let me tell you about my dumbass. My story was when I was actually this was about 10 years ago. I was still working at Kmart, man. I had to be there at 5:00 in the morning. Now I decided to go to the club that night because what I'm saying, I'm young. I wanted to holler at some girls or whatever. Now my homeboy's telling me, Chris, we gotta bounce. Yo, I'm good. I'm sitting here. I'm trying to holler at this girl. Now I'm like, yo. She won. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like, I was like, I was young, so I was like, the timing, I gotta wait for the right time. This dude left me or whatever, right? So I'm like, well, shit, I'm here now. Went in for the kill. She turned me down. I walked home, got home, 4:45, had to be at work at 5.
Damn.
Ouch.
Yeah.
You didn't get them digits though?
I didn't get nothing out of it except for a good dance up against the wall, man.
How much time did you spend macking on that?
Man, now before I even tell you this, man, you got to understand this was, 19-year-old Chris.
Don't apologize.
No.
Okay, look.
How long did you spend?
I was in the corner with this girl for at least an hour, man. It was sad. It was sad.
That's one of those. I'm gonna steal your phone and put my number in that shit, and I'm gonna take it. Like, you're not getting out of here without my number, nigga.
That was a learning lesson for your ass that night, man. I was like, yo, never ever again, man. And I'm walking home looking like, and I just got my head down, just like, man, I'm a loser. Yeah, I felt like such a fucking loser, man. Yeah, man. I'm like, homeboys at the crib sleep, probably laughing at me
you
and
get
shit,
them
man.
numbers?
But
no.
yeah, and what I'm gonna say? Nah, man. And I walked home. And the walk home took me like an hour and a half because I had to walk home from a whole nother city. So
you walked for longer than you talked to the girl.
yeah,
you could have walked to.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. Y'all. I don't want to talk about this
You could have
anymore.
walked to Brooklyn and got some cheesecake for all that shit.
All right, we changed the subject, man. Last question, man. Last question. Prophecy. This was mainly for you because I talked to Chaos, man. He said he saw you on Twitter having a conversation about this. So we gonna start with you. X-Men versus Dragon Ball Z. Who wins?
DBZ all day.
Oh, you are. You know what? We ain't got the
DBZ
time
all day,
to
though.
go into. Man, I'm
This dude's
X-Men
the
all
truth.
day.
This dude's the
But
truth. I like this guy.
I'm gonna let Jake and Bone Man answer, and then we moving on because we gonna have this discussion at a later time, sir. Jake.
It's really not even close. I'm with Prophecy. It's DBZ all day. I grew up with that, and I didn't even touch X-Men. I'm like, what's this? What's X-Men? I don't do this. And then it's DBZ. It's all day. I'm disappointed in you. Honestly. It's DBZ.
Bowman.
You already know it's a landslide. Now I got a different reason for it. Dragon Ball Z, but X-Men, they got too many personality issues to even think about fighting. First off, so DBZ anyway.
You know,
like
what,
we did go into a long discussion. Me and my boys Shakedown. Like we was going into a long discussion. We was trolling each other back and forth. But at the end of the day, if we do want to go on and explain it, I will tell you all the reasons why X-Men will lose.
I don't even want to do it today, but I need you to come back on, man, so that we can have this discussion. For right now, I'm just gonna say, man, I'm just mad at all of y'all right now. We're moving on. All right, so you know what?
Hold on, let me say something.
Yeah, give him a little bit though. Give him a little bit.
X-Men is actually my favorite. Like X-Men is my favorite in Marvel.
Okay.
So don't get it twisted, but it's just a landslide. Like there's no way in hell. Like, Gambit is my favorite X-Men.
Love.
Nightcrawler's the second.
Oh, Nightcrawler's my dude. Now, he might not be the most powerful, but that's my dude.
Right. So don't get it twisted. Out of Marvel, X-Men has always been my favorite. Like, and if there wasn't X-Men, they're the only ones I think could even stand a chance, honestly, against DBZ. Other than everybody else, they getting wiped.
Yeah. Well, you know what, though? Actually, now that I re-look at the question, the way I phrased it, maybe I should have said Marvel as opposed to X-Men, because then that would actually give me more people to choose from. So,
right.
You know what?
But I still said Dragon Ball Z.
Hey, you know what? You are entitled to your opinion, sir. I'm gonna let it rock.
You could buy Marvel and DC, and the motherfuckers still lose.
Oh, see, I don't even bang with DC like that. But that's another story for another day too. Look, y'all, I think we got warmed up. So look, we gonna take this break real quick, and then we'll get right back into the show. So while we on break, man, everybody else, y'all enjoy this week's TEC Grill.
My last $20. Oh man.
No, my last $20.
Well, being the responsible person that I am, I'd have to make sure that the kids had what they need. Nappies, wipes, food,
You get the $20. I don't know if we're allowed to turn it into a profit, but if we are, I'm selling it, and I'm just gonna repeat it.
Like $20 ever?
I mean, it depends. I don't know. Am I hungry? If I'm hungry, I'd probably eat. Last $20, man, that's pretty circumstantial.
My last $20, I would probably buy a chocolate bar.
I'm gonna get more money. I'd probably go out and buy $20 worth of groceries for my kids.
19 Slurpees and a Butterfinger.
I don't know. I'd like to think that I would spend it helping somebody else out, but like I said, it's pretty circumstantial. If I'm on the street starving and I got $20 left, I'm gonna go to the store and buy as many groceries as I can get for $20.
Nah, man. If I had $20, and this is my last $20, I would probably spend it on 2 orders of really good Chinese food because I am a big time Chinese food guy.
I would go down to Little Caesars. I'll get me $4 or $5 carryouts, and I would either die happy eating them all, or I would sell them for $2 a slice to some lunches at the school lunches.
Oh wow. I'm just gonna splash and buy a big ass American style pizza.
If I didn't have the kids, then that'd be a different story. If I didn't have the kids, I'd probably go and spend it on ice cream and chocolate.
You can't beat a proper American pizza.
Yeah, I'll probably get like 2 massive orders of General Tso's chicken, fried rice, no onions, and extra broccoli.
Man, tough one. Or buy a lottery ticket and maybe try and double up, hit up the casino and throw it all on a hand of blackjack and lose it all, or double up. That'd probably be a terrible idea, but I can't say I wouldn't do that.
It's all about the Benjamins.
All right, what's up, everybody? We are back, and for everybody to listen to the last podcast, you guys know we do have a little bit of a format change, man. So the way things gonna go down, I'm gonna give you guys a topic, we gonna discuss it, and we gonna move on. Simple as that. Y'all ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
Topic number 1. As a Knicks fan, it pains me to say this, but they suck.
As soon as you said Knicks fan, I started laughing.
Everybody starts laughing. Look, the team is 4-19, and there are reports, I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but there are reports that Tim Hardaway and Carmelo Anthony are just about at the point of throwing blows with one another. It seems that Derek Fisher has lost control of the team, or maybe he never even had this team. Is it time to blow this team up for good, and would you guys feel comfortable if the team fired Fisher after only 23 games.
No, don't fire Fisher after 23 games. No,
Too
let's not
soon?
be LA. Let's not be LA here.
Okay. What about you guys? What do y'all think?
I'm right with Boneman. You can't fire Fisher after 23 games. I mean, he's a young coach. If you look at Jason Kidd last year with Brooklyn, obviously Brooklyn had a better situation back with the talent level and the skill level and all that. But you got to let it play out because Brooklyn was one of the better teams in the East after the new year hit, and we ain't there yet. So you got to let these young guys. The saying is, you always got to let the young guys play. You got to let these young coaches coach. So I'd say the same thing for Steve Kerr and for guys like that, the rookie coaches, you got to get them a little leeway. It's not like Mike Brown. He's terrible. He's the worst coach of all time. But but I don't know about blowing the team up. It's tough. You got Melo on that giant deal he just signed. You might be able to build around him, maybe because he's talking about that knee injury he's got now. He's got all with the surgery. Hopefully he puts that off. I hate watching the Knicks when Melo's not there because him and Tim Hardaway are the only two reasons I watch it. Big Michigan fan, by the way. Plug it. Plug it. So no, I don't think you fire Fisher at all. Blowing it up is a little different. I'd have to get into it and think about it a little bit because their team is just terrible. But you definitely don't fire Fisher at this point in the season.
You got an opinion on this one, Prophecy?
First things first, I'll say that New York is New York.
Yeah.
Big city, big lights. You never want to, as much as sports fans around the world or, just in cities, we always make fun of New York and say New York can hold this L. No matter what, it's still New York when it comes down to it. People want to go to the Garden. People want to watch those amazing games that Michael Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, all these other players have against the Knicks. So blowing it up, no. But Melo is no LeBron James. And I say that in the sense that Melo is he's more of a Kobe kind of guy. He's more of a attack you, but not logically think about anything around that. Whereas LeBron is like a Undertaker. He's a thinker before he does anything. So he's going to make the extra passes to get to where he wants to go. I don't think he really fits in much schemes. To say fire Fisher, I don't want to say no, but I want to say yes at the same time. And the reasoning behind that is it's not just from the rumors. It's not just Tim Hardaway that's having problems with Melo. There's actually multiple people on that team that are having problems with him. And
yeah, definitely.
It could be the superstar syndrome where he just thinks he's better than everybody, or it could just be because people are realizing that he shoots too much. And he's Melo, like again, that Kobe thing. He's just going to shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot. People don't realize that Kobe had players around him that allowed him to do that, whereas Melo really doesn't have people around him to do that. Not to mention, they don't like the triangle offense. And if that's all Fisher knows how to do, then he needs to go because they don't like it and they don't want to play it. The players themselves have said it's too difficult or they don't understand it or I don't know what it is. And you would think that being here with Phil Jackson, that was the big thing. We wanted Steve. They wanted Steve Kerr or Phil Jackson. They got Phil, and they're worse with Phil than they were without him.
Yeah, and that's my biggest issue. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I actually disagree with a lot of y'all. Actually, I agree with y'all on the fact. I don't think I would feel good about firing Fisher this early because I do feel like, even though coaches are older, you do have to treat coaches almost like you treat a rookie quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of got to let them make their mistakes. You kind of got to give them a chance to correct those mistakes. As far as the team themselves, though, I do kind of feel like it's about that time, man. Like, I feel like this team, you can look a year from now, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. This team, there is no foreseeable future of them ever winning a championship. I mean, the league, just comparing them to the rest of the league, I don't think there's much of anything they can do right now that's going to put them in championship contention. Right now, they will be happy just to get an 8 seed in a horrendous East. So I feel like blowing the team up could be beneficial in the long run. But also, like Prophecy said, it's New York. And I don't think anybody in New York, I don't think those New York fans are going to want to hear, hey guys, we're going to try to be the 76ers here for a couple of years. Yeah. I don't think none of them are really trying to hear that. So it's kind of a catch-22. I mean, they're in a bad situation. So I don't think that they should fire Fisher, but in a sense, I do kind of feel like they do. Maybe they should kind of start taking a look at potentially blowing this thing up, man. So
I think getting,
that's where
I think
stand on it.
Melo was a big thing. They spent all that money and all that effort on Melo, but I honestly think that lies the problem. They could have got, well, obviously, he's injured, but they could have got someone like a Paul George, or they needed to build. They need to do what Miami did and build players around it. There's not too many people that play well with Melo. I always made this joke because, I used to watch Melo like crazy back in Denver. I always made this joke about Melo. Melo was the kid in school that when you guys were in kindergarten, you had show and tell. Everybody would show their toys and give their toys and let people play with them. And Melo would just sit there and hold his toy. Like nobody could play with Melo's toy because that's just the type of person that he seems like. It's not that he's not passing. It's just it just seems like he just would much rather shoot more than do anything else. And he doesn't seem like he's a good team player. Like he seems like he wants everything to be on him. And but at the same time, it's like you said, a catch-22 because when it's going good for him, they'll say Melo was the greatest. Melo was doing this. But when it's bad, everything comes on Melo. But as a superstar, he has to hold that responsibility and learn from his mistakes.
Yeah, and it's so weird. Melo has this really up and down thing about him. Like he's one of the, like you said, you hit it right on the head. He's one of those few guys that some days you'll hear people talk about him like he's a top 3 or 4 player in the league. And then other days you'll hear people say, what the fuck is Carmelo doing? Like he's terrible. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's an up and down thing. And Boneman, I think I cut you off too. What were you about to say?
Oh yeah. I got 2 opinions about what we've been talking about lately. First thing, speaking about blowing the Knicks up, to do what? They don't have any assets. They have Carmelo. They might can get people back for Tim Hardaway. Okay, maybe. Iman Shumpert still playing there. They might can get a little something for that. Who else? Amari? You're not getting shit for Amari. Not really. Nobody wants that contract. All the rest of the players aren't really worth sending away, to be honest. You're going to get the same players. You might as well keep them. You get the same caliber players right back. You might as well keep the guys where they at.
Yeah, I think that the 2 biggest player assets they have are Tim Hardaway and Shane Larkin. So I mean they're pretty barren at that point. I kind of want to ask you guys a question. Kind of throw it to you 3. Do you think at all, hypothetically, the Knicks get the best GM, the best president of basketball operations they can get? Do you think it's possible at all to build a championship contending team around Melo as the main piece?
No.
Yes.
No.
I'm
interested in that, Boneman. Please detail
that. Yes, because if he can stay healthy and good long enough, so that him and his team learn how the triangle offense really works, they can be dynamic. They can be devastating. But they're in that time where they know on paper, they've been told how the triangle offense is supposed to work, and they don't really know. Like the triangle offense is more so, it's not really about the 3 people, on the wing, the corner, and in the post. Is more so about the ebb and flow of every single player on the court. They can feel each other doing what they're about to do before they do so. So this kind of brings to light why people are like, oh, he's like Kobe. It's like, yeah, his natural instinct is to shoot the rock. So, everyone's going in this ebb and flow kind of deal with how the triangle works, and then the ball gets to Melo.
But he's also not as talented as Kobe, though.
Right, which makes him look bad. It makes everybody, people are like, oh, I don't like playing with him, but I want to learn the triangle offense. It's like, well, he might shoot more than you want to.
And another thing that you're failing to realize is Kobe is 36 years old, and he's still better than Melo. That can't happen. You're Carmelo Anthony. You're like, he was a beast on Denver, but it was because it was set up in a way that they had good players at each position.
Yeah, he had a better.
That team was good for sure. That team was not just Melo like people think.
I don't like and I don't want to wish this on anybody, but I think Melo will be another Charles Barkley situation where he will be a great player that'll never get a ring unless he learns how to be a better player. Because again, with that Kobe syndrome, he's getting to the point where, as you see, if you have what is the saying? If you have dirt on the inside, or whatever, forget it. I don't know what it is, but he has problems. He has problems going in with his teammates right now. That's not good. I can see if other people around the league don't like you because it's, they just don't like you because of your skill or blah, blah, blah. But if you have problems within your own team, that's a Kobe situation, bro. Like, it's going to spread out to the point that now nobody's going to want to play with you. And Kobe had big men on his side. Mari, what happened to Amari, is just terrible.
That's devastating.
Right. And they were playing good together. But it was only them two, really. And J.R. Smith is an on-again, off-again kind of player.
I hate J.R. Smith.
Yeah, man. Throw him away.
It's different. Sorry, Sap. When y'all are talking about the Kobe comparison, like you said, he had the big men. I mean, he's always had Powell, he had Bynum, he had Shaq. I mean, he's always had those guys. Also, Kobe, I don't like that comparison. I hate Kobe Bryant. He's one of those guys I love to hate, but I can't disrespect him by any means. He's a shot chucker and all that, but the difference between him and Melo is Kobe's a fierce competitor and he's an elite defender. He might not be an elite defender anymore, but he's still a better defender than Carmelo Anthony at this age, coming off of two knee injuries. He is far and above a better competitor, a better leader, all that junk. There's never been a team in any sport, any team sport that has succeeded with public dismay amongst teammates. I mean, Kobe and Shaq kind of didn't like each other, but that never got out until they, were done.
And they made it work. Guys,
exactly.
We only got a couple more seconds on this topic. Anybody got any final thoughts on it before we move on?
One more thing with Melo is, I just lost it.
Well, we can come back to it if we need to. But speaking of all the Kobe talk, man, it's actually, he was actually my next topic. Speaking of the Knicks being terrible, moving over to the West, the Lakers are also terrible. And much of that, in my opinion, can be attributed to Kobe's reluctance to take less money. So, sure, Kobe's putting up the numbers, but he's not as efficient and the team isn't winning. Do you guys feel that Kobe is damaging his legacy at this point?
No.
Not at all.
Nope. You want to go first, Boneman? I got some stuff on this, but you want to go ahead? You haven't had a ton of time to talk.
All right, yeah, definitely. I don't think he's damaging his legacy. I feel like he's more so in the LeBron category where it's like, yeah, I'm about to get mine, and you're going to let me do it. And basically, they said, well, you're a Laker for life. Okay, whatever you want. How did it go? He came in with a number, and they said, okay, done.
Yeah,
done.
Exactly.
It's like his legacy is over. Like, it's already, unless he wins a chip, his legacy is already closed. So, like, this is garbage time. If he wins a chip, that's amazing. It's going to add to his legacy. I don't think he can subtract from his legacy right now. Plus, whatever's going on with the Lakers, I still blame the management and not Kobe right now.
Do you feel, I'm going to wait till everybody answers before I ask you this question, Boneman. Go ahead, Jake.
Oh, yeah, about Kobe, I don't think there's any, his legacy's not going to hurt. I think at this point, everyone knows what his legacy is. 2007, 2008, all through the years, everyone's known what his legacy is. He's an elite scorer, and he's one of the hardest working and one of the best competitors that's ever been in the entire league ever. And
Agreed.
It's still not changed. Is everybody in agreement that he's still that way to this day?
Amen.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I'm with Boneman. I think it's the management there. I do think that he's setting himself up to play past this contract. And I know, even though Kupchak and all these guys are saying it's not going to happen, and even he himself said he was going to play out until he was 36, and that's when this contract ends. But if you think about it, I think Kobe, like Michael, wants to do things after basketball. I think he wants to do stuff. So, and he knows as well as anybody that this cap is going to go up. So I think that he's thinking about getting his money now to put in all that work that he has with LA. And I think if it's not the year after, I think he'll come out of retirement. I don't see him ending his career in a Laker uniform. I can't, because I think they'll move away from him after these 2 years. I can't see him in it like Michael. Like Michael, he didn't end in a Bulls uniform. I see it ending in a similar way as Michael.
Okay. Got anything to say on this one, Prophecy?
I'm not the biggest Kobe supporter. I never really have been. I mean, he's an amazing player, but to me, he's just a cheap clone of Michael, Jeffrey Jordan.
Through the middle name.
Because even like all of his, all of his moves are just very similar, and you'll see all the highlights of them, like Jordan this, and then the half of the Kobe. And just to me, it's just like a copycat. It's like he's like Ditto, but not as good. Like, Ditto doesn't give you all fucking moves. It just gives you some. He gives you 5 out of 10 moves. You know what I mean? So aside from that, his legacy is Lakers. He is arguably he'll probably go down as the best Laker player of all time.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Numbers wise, sure.
Numbers wise, he's gonna go down with that. He is in the sense where everybody has already said it. He's just trying to get it in. Like, he's just trying to do what he's trying to do to pass Michael Jordan in any way that he can and keep trying to aim up for the number 1 spot. Another championship ring? Hell no, it's definitely not happening. The Knicks will get a ring before the Lakers. But I do believe that they should have not giving him so much. I feel like he took too much money, and he could have helped build the Lakers better with minusing all that money that he took. Like, he's basically in there like, all right, you giving me this amount of money, I'm taking all of this, and I can leave in 2 years or what have you, and I don't care what happens afterwards. Like, to me, he's all about his money, because they could have used that money for the next year to, blah, 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 and just kept building up people. And Kobe, as much as people don't like to say this, and this is a lot of the reasons why I compare Melo to him, Kobe's not really liked. Like, nobody, aside from a few people, actually like Kobe. Like, you got Lamar Odom, Paul Gasol. That's really it. Like, nobody really likes, because he doesn't really associate with people outside of Like, you always see people trying Kobe, and it's not just because he's the best or what have you. It's just he just is not liked. Like, Michael Jordan wasn't liked, but he wasn't liked on a professional basketball because he was doing dudes in. Kobe's not liked because he doesn't do anything with people. He's not the type of person to sit his team down and go out to eat and do stuff like that. Based off of what I've seen over him. I'm not saying he hasn't, but he doesn't seem like the type of person to do that often. Whereas Michael, he did that type of stuff. You see the picture of him with the cigar and his team surrounding him when they were all out to eat. Michael paid like $50,000 for the bill. Kobe's not doing anything like that.
But Jordan was a documented asshole too, though.
He's a documented asshole. I'm not saying that he wasn't, but it's just he was a documented but respected asshole.
It's different. I know.
You could do that when you're the greatest. Like, Jordan is considered the greatest. I don't consider him the greatest, but he's considered the greatest of all time. Kobe's not considered the greatest. He'll be on that list. Top 5.
I'm actually a self-proclaimed Jordan hater, so I just got to throw that out there anyway.
Yeah, like, Magic Johnson is my favorite player of all time. I consider Magic Johnson the greatest player. So, yeah, I feel like what they're saying is, after he's all said and done, will he do anything else with the Lakers? I don't know, because I don't know if people will like him.
I think hell no.
I guess I'll just end this topic by saying that I agree with Jay. I don't think his legacy is broken, because I think we're on like those final pages of the book. And we kind of already have our opinion of the book at this point. You know what I mean? However, what I do kind of get annoyed with is this attitude that he has where, remember when he was injured, he kept talking about what they were going to do, like not only what he was going to do when he came back, but what the team was going to do. And I'm thinking in my head, like, Kobe, shut the fuck up. You got to know that your team isn't going to be even remotely good. Like,
I think he does, though. I think, would you, if you were in his...
Isn't that just being delusional, though? Are you that delusional?
Some can say that, but if you were in his shoes, would you go out there and say, well, yeah, I'm going to come back, we're going to lose a ton of games, but I'm going to score 30 a game? Would you say that?
I would shut up and... No, but I would shut up and not make myself look like a fool, though.
That's fair.
Because to me, like, and I understand what you're saying too, but I guess there's a thin line between being extremely confident and then looking delusional and arrogant.
I'm with
you know what I'm saying?
That's all.
I got you.
Like, I'm about to come back. We about to average, 10-game win streaks. Like, no, chill, nigga. Shut the hell up, bro. Like, yes, Kobe's gonna get his, but nobody else gonna get theirs.
But who? And it's so sad because it's like, who else on the team even?
And also to note, and I do think this would have helped. Rest in peace to Julius Randle's legs, because I feel like he would have made a difference, because he was a monster.
Because he was a rookie that was ready
to
make an impact.
I think that he would have made a difference. I'm not saying that he necessarily would have got along too much with Kobe, but I think he would have made a difference. And because I feel like the players around him, like the Nick Youngs and stuff like that, I think they are mentally prepared for Kobe to leave.
Yeah,
I think they're mentally prepared. Like Swaggy is trying to be the next Kobe. Like he wants to be that dynasty. And you know, when Kobe's all long said and done, like right now, I think they're on that team where they're just like, give Kobe the ball, let him pass Jordan, let him be number one. And in the next few years, this will be our team.
Wait, that's really all LA fans have to look forward to. Go ahead, Boneman.
One more thing, you did mention Julius Randle, rest in peace. If I'm not mistaken,
R.I.P. and not in the sense that he's dead.
Right.
People
gonna listen to this and be like, "Damn, did Randle die this week?"
Yeah. Boozer is out there, right? Am I mistaken? Who's out there?
He just got benched, but they
Boozer.
put him out there. They benched him for Ed Davis.
Who is Carlos Boozer?
Right.
I mean, I pretty much have never even heard of this dude at this point, man. That's how I feel about Carlos Boozer.
Carlos Boozer ain't been Boozer since we just start calling him Carlito because
since Utah,
since Utah.
Yeah. So right in the beginning of the season, I still put this on management, not on the coaching staff. I still put this on management. You get to a point where you have Julius Randle completely healthy and Kobe's on his way out. You all think you're going to build around a big man, Julius Randle. Great. Put him in the game. What are you doing? He's a rookie. Okay, he's gonna flub up here and there. He's gonna make mistakes. He's gonna have growing pains. But you're gonna put Boozer out there instead of him? Come on.
Like another thing with Kobe is you look at the people that have left because of him. Like Kobe and Dwight could have really worked out. I mean, it did look like it was working pretty well, but riffraff back and forth. Dwight was like, I'm trying to make this my team. Kobe like, nah, nigga, this is my legacy. You just in the way.
And people forget that Dwight was the top center in the league at one point.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to topic number 3 real quick. Now, I kind of feel like this is a deep issue, but I do feel like it should be discussed. There have been several cases of, let's just say, police brutality, to put it lightly. And it sparked, a lot of outrage and protests. And the latest situation occurred when no charges came down on the officer that choked and killed Eric Garner in New York. Many athletes are practicing peaceful protests by wearing the I Can't Breathe shirts. A lot of people are okay with it, but, I've been reading online, and a lot of people actually have a problem with it. How do you guys feel about that?
The shirts or just the whole situation?
Mainly the athletes, wearing the shirt, breaking the dress codes to wear the shirts. What do you guys feel about that?
I'm very first of all, I'm black, so I'm more
we knew.
we more inclined to say, it's wrong and blah blah blah. And with his situation specifically, he was yelling out, "I can't breathe." And if you haven't seen the video, it's floating around. I just feel that there's people that are trying to say that it was okay because he was resisting arrest and stuff like that. I just think those people are so stupid. Like, and it's not just blacks. Like, that's the thing what gets me, because there's other cases around that's going around that there's Hispanics getting choked out, getting killed and stuff like this. And all these things are going around, but it just mainly seems to be focused on blacks, which always sparks up race riots and race, things that going on. And I just think that it's just the police in general. Like, not all of them, but the boys in blue outweigh white, black, Hispanic, Asian, and everything. They are the problem. Again, some of them, not saying all of them, because if something happens to you, that's the first person you're going to call. But I think the ones that are the problem, like, you have people that possibly are racist, right? People that just don't like you just because of your color of skin or just your religion. They go to the police academy and become a police officer, and they have that ability to use that on you because they went through that. That's what they wanted to do. You know what? I hate this person because of his skin color, so I'm going to be a police officer, and I'm always going to pick on those people because that's the only job that I can get away with doing that with. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't think I think there needs to be better screening of people when it comes to this. And I Can't Breathe shirt, to me, I think it's fucked up, personally, just because it was my man's last breath. Like, I've always said this too, and don't hate me for this if there's anybody in here that's very religious, but I always thought it was fucked up that people wear a cross with Jesus on it. Like, if I died on a toilet, I don't want niggas to make a shirt out of me dying on the toilet. Like, I don't want to be put out like that. I don't think he would really like that much. Like, showcasing his dying. Like, that's kind of messed up. So they're, in a sense, doing the same exact thing with I Can't Breathe.
I feel you. What, Boneman, do you have any opinions on the athletes wearing the shirts?
On the athletes wearing the well, first off, in general of this whole topic, I'm extremely indifferent. Lately, this stuff has been going around, and I think of it the same way as voting. When you vote for your president, your congressmen and women, if you're not learned on what you're voting for, abstain, because you don't know. So, like, I don't know what I'm voting for.
To make the point that I'm about to make, so go ahead.
I don't know what I'm voting for, so a lot of times I don't. To be honest, I don't vote for stuff, and people are like, "Oh my God, you don't vote!" I'm like, no, because I didn't do the math. I didn't do the homework. So, like, this stuff here, like, I don't pay too much attention, but I have been seeing it. Stuff like what Privacy brought up, like the choking people out. I think it's more of a human error. You're gonna give a human power to do something physical with their bodies. As soon as a human feels that they are in a good enough position to flex, they're gonna. And if that happens to be on top of somebody with their hands around their neck, they're gonna do it. Same case with cops grabbing shotguns that was not necessary and just shooting people. Really? You needed a shotgun? Are you sure?
But mind you, to add in that choke is illegal, by the way.
Oh, of course, right. So
right.
that human instinct took over their job, and they weren't penalized for it, huh? You lost control of your body for a few minutes, and you walk away. You still have your job. Like, if I lost my control of my body at my job and cursed somebody out, and maybe you hurt somebody, I would be fired to protect the image of my job. So why doesn't the police care about the image of their job? People walking around saying, they're pigs, etc., don't like the po-po. There's a reason why that stigma exists. You should do something about it. If not, then don't be alarmed when people still think that way. In 50 years, they still hate the police. Really?
I feel you. So you kind of feel like if you don't really have the knowledge of the situation, don't try to send a message with it if you don't really have a say or if you don't really have knowledge of the situation. Is that kind of like the point that you're trying to make, or did I miss you?
No, that's exactly right. Because with all due respect, people don't know what they're talking about. A lot of times, like, oh, I think this. And it's like, well, are you sure? Or did somebody tell you that in a strongly worded opinion and you just took it as fact?
Absolutely. Yeah, these guys that are wearing these shirts, they have a huge following. Like, LeBron he's an image. He's not some player in the NBA. So when he's wearing that, people that don't give a shit about the NBA are seeing LeBron wear this. I know that a lot of the people that like protest and things and do that stuff for any situation, but this is no different. That they will they'll just do it. Like, there's people that have no idea, like Boneman was saying, they have no idea what it is. They're like, what are you doing? Oh, we're going to hold our hands up on the highway and we're going to hold up traffic because there's a man unfortunately died in another state. And then he's like, oh, well, I've never heard about that, but I'm with you, let's go do it. So that makes no sense to me. It makes absolutely no sense to me. It's ridiculous. I'm white, and I'm really white, by the way. And so I can't. I don't. It's crazy to me that people can have these opinions like Boneman said without knowing what we're talking about. And it's not a race thing. I mean, money is the bottom line for all these media outlets, and they're not going to get money if they're pumping out stuff that people don't want to listen to. And people like talking about this for whatever reason. I personally am fed up with listening to it and fed up with like people talking about it so much because it's a human issue. It has nothing to do with race. This happens, like that terrible thing that happened with Garner and the terrible thing that happened with Mike Brown and all these situations. They're all human issues. The ones that get blown out of proportion are ones that are headlines, whatever the case may be. I hate it when somebody tries to make a thing like if a black man kills a white man. It's not a race thing. It's a human thing. If a white man kills a black man, has nothing to do with race. Why? I don't know why we have to isolate and generalize all these situations when we really, really don't know what we're talking about.
and I'm gonna try not to go on too long about this. Like, and I agree with you, and I agree with all of y'all to a certain extent, and I also agree with you, Jake. But to a certain extent, I do feel like it turns into a bigger race thing than it needs to be. But sometimes I do feel like it is a race thing, because there are black people that are walking around that are racist towards whites, and there are whites that are walking around that are racist towards black. However, my problem comes in, especially with athletes, when it becomes a fad that you really don't have any knowledge about, and you're doing it because it's like, okay, I see Prophecy rocking the free so-and-so from jail or whatever, and it turns into a big thing, and I start wearing the shirt, and just because it's a fad or something like that. But then you don't really have an educated, this is my thing, if you're gonna wear the shirt, you better have some real educated fucking shit to say about it, because if somebody asks you about it and you don't know what you're talking about, you're gonna look like an idiot poser,
like a damn fool, for sure.
And that's my biggest issue with it. If you don't have anything educated to say about it, if all you can say is, yeah, you know what I'm saying, my dude was wearing it, so I'm wearing it too. And then that goes for black and white people. I mean, and like I said, I'm not trying to turn it into a race issue, but any black people that do that and they don't have anything educated to say about it, or if a white person goes and they're just like, hey, I just went because, you know, I got a black friend and they said they were going, so I'm going too. I feel like if you're doing that just because, you're making a fool of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, if you're going to do it, you better damn sure have something verbal to put behind that statement, to put behind that message that you're apparently trying to make with a shirt.
Let me add one more thing.
Go ahead.
And I don't mean to keep going on, but I agree with both of you say, right, about he says it's a human thing, and as well as what you're saying about it being a bigger race situation. The problem is that people hate us just because we are black. Like that's never going to go away. Like some people will just hate you based off of that. And a lot of it is due to the image and the way we portray ourselves, and you know, the killing each other, the pants sagging, all these stereotypes that come with being black, and people look at us as we're all uneducated monkeys and stuff like that. That's what some of these people look at. But there's also some people that just hate us just because there's haters in this world. Like there's just people that hate everyone, and there's no logical reason. So,
and it'll never change.
Right, and it'll never change. So like the problem with the race thing is that it'll never go away. And we live in a day and era where I can put out a tweet and say, you know, screw Eric Gardner, and I'll get 1,000 retweets and 1,000 people telling me you're crazy, you're crazy, you're crazy, you're stupid, blah, 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 blah. And they didn't have that back then. You know, back then it was more of marching. And it was by word of mouth. Whereas now every little thing that you say is documented, and people will respond to you. You know, as long as all of us, if we all do YouTube, this podcast will be long on. When we're all gone, I guarantee you there will still be people listening to this podcast, because it'll be documented and recorded. Even if YouTube isn't around, people will download it on other sites and stuff like that. So what you said about the athletes, I 100% agree. There are people that'll just wear a shirt just to wear it because they don't know anything about it, and they're just trying to be hip and hot like that. I think that is stupid and it's ignorant, like you guys said. But at the same time, they're also raising their awareness, because there's also those people that'll be like, well, why is it I can't breathe? Let me type that in. And then all of a sudden they're reading the situation and like, oh, okay, now I see why people are wearing this shirt. So it's kind of both. And then you got some, like, I hate entertainers in the sense that use this type of tragedy and profit from it. Like you have people that will make a song about Trayvon Martin and get money for doing the song. And then you have people that is doing this in the same situation, and they're not benefiting anyone but themselves. That's greed, and people will do this. Whereas the people like J. Cole, who's out there marching, you know, this is a rapper, and he's, you know, a millionaire, and he's out here marching with these people. Where are the other people that are, air quotes, wearing these shirts and saying these things? They're not marching with the people. They're not doing anything besides wearing a shirt.
What are you really doing?
Right. Like, so I don't understand that.
I feel you. And you know what, guys? We gonna move on from this topic. And like I said, I didn't want to get too deep on y'all. I had a feeling that we're going for a little bit longer, so we're actually gonna cut a couple topics from this because we having such a good damn show. We're gonna have to do a part 2 to this shit. So we're gonna touch on one more topic, take one more break, and then we're gonna finish off the show strong. So this last topic is a random news topic, man. So this don't have nothing to do with sport. It kind of has something to do with sports, but I really need y'all opinion on this one. So last topic for the day. All right. According to reports, while at a Detroit Lions Thanksgiving game, a fan was sitting behind a married couple, right? Husband and a wife. The man sitting behind the married couple saw the wife texting a guy named Jason, just in case you're wondering, saying she wished she was with him and would see him when she was done with her husband. So the fan wrote a note to the clueless husband saying, on a napkin, handed it to him and said, check your girl's phone when you get home. She's texting some guy named Jason saying she wishes she was with him. Do you think my man should have stayed out of it and minded his business, or do you think he did the right thing?
He did the right thing, absolutely. I mean, I read about this story a couple days ago when it broke, or yesterday, or whatever. I'm familiar with it. I would trust that if some dude seen it behind me, he wouldn't just laugh with his buddy and be like, "Oh, that boy's in for some trouble." I would hope that he'd be a man and tell me about it, because I wouldn't want to. You think about what would happen in yourself in that situation. You don't want you and your wife, that's a woman that you promised to spend the rest of your life with, and then she's texting some other dude. So you always want that person to speak up and say, and it's tough in any situation to speak up about something that doesn't really involve you. So I applaud that guy for sure. I absolutely wish I was brave enough to step up and say something like that if I saw it.
No doubt. Prophecy, you got something to say on this one, man?
I'm half and half, because although I agree with what he just said, and as far as I would want, because I'm married myself, and I would want someone to tell me. At the same time, you don't know how everybody's going to react. Like, he can get her phone and fuck around and kill her because of that. and so it's again a catch-22. Like, I want someone to tell me, but at the same time, I don't know if I'm mentally stable enough to read that and how I would react. And that's just me personally. So I don't know how I would react. Something bad could happen. And then it would be like, if he would have never, at that instance, I'd rather, and if I'm sitting in jail because something happened, I'm like, damn, I wish I would have never read that napkin. I should have just, just let it keep going on and just go on and believing that we strong like that. So I honestly, I'm in the middle. I don't really know.
Prophecy said, I don't know.
If you claim
somebody's gonna finish it up.
Cause my heart can't take it anymore.
Let's do that for part 2, boys. Let's hold back on it.
Hey, Boneman, what you got to say about this one, man?
So this kind of brings me back. I don't know. This brings me back to first Matrix, when the Agent Smith and who was it? Neo were sitting down. Yeah. And he cut into the steak and he said, ignorance is bliss. I feel like maybe I don't really want to know. So I feel like, of course, you always curiosity killed the cat. Like, you would want to know something like that, I guess. But if you feel that your woman is the one for you and you guys are just holding it down and like, okay, she always comes back to you no matter what, do you want to fuck up your whole life? Or do you just live with that? Now, if I catch you, it's over. Don't let me find out. Like, don't let me see you. It wasn't me. No, at that point, it's over. But maybe I don't want somebody to I find myself in the garden at a Knicks game. Like, and somebody hands me that. My whole NBA experience is shot for that night. I probably, every time I go to the garden, I'm going to think of
he
that
worried about
moment.
the NBA experience.
Right? So,
I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, sure, I want to know, but maybe, I don't know, 50-50, I guess.
I think I totally understand what you're saying, Jay, but I kind of feel like I'm with Prophecy. Number one, I've been in situations before where I've actually got into physical altercations with somebody when I was trying to help a situation. And so I've gotten to the point in my adult life where I kind of feel like if it's not my friend or if it's not somebody I know, or if I don't really know the situation, a lot of times I really struggle with myself to just say maybe I should just stay out of it. And I know to a lot of people that might sound like, dang, Chris, that's kind of a bitch move. But at the same time, it's kind of what happens if I hand him that napkin? And like Prophecy said, some people just don't have all their screws together. So dude might have turned around and tried to swing on me. Who knows what could have happened? But at the same time, like I'm putting myself, like Jake was saying, I'm putting myself in that guy's shoes. Like, what if this dude goes on for like 10 more years and then he finds out? You know what I'm saying? This is like, damn, it would have been really nice to know this 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But I also kind of feel like Prophecy and Boneman are saying, it's like, man, do I really, like, I'm at the game enjoying myself right now. Do I really want to risk putting myself in a situation that I really don't have nothing to do with?
My question is, so my man gave him the napkin, right? He read it.
Uh-huh.
That would have just.
Well, I don't know if he
that
would have
threw me
but
off.
He had to have
right,
read
that would have threw me off the whole game as soon as I seen that, because he wouldn't have. Yeah. He wouldn't have waited till he got home unless he forgot about it.
He waited at the gate after the game was over to hand it to him.
Oh, okay.
He waited at the gate.
And then like I'm irrational and I'm very emotional and I'd fuck around, chuck her ass out right then and there if I seen that shit.
And then I would feel like, damn.
You know what I'm saying? And then he accomplished the murder and shit. Like shit, it was his fault.
Because I've seen chicks get punched in the face for a lot less.
And I've seen,
you know what I'm saying?
And I didn't see this personally, but it happened in my area, right, in my mall. Same situation. A dude. Or it wasn't the same situation, but a dude was fighting a girl, right? He was fighting a girl. It was boyfriend and girlfriend. They had an argument, they were fighting, and the man got up and tried to break it up. Tell him, yo, look, if you got problems at home, just deal with that at home. This is the public place, blah blah. There's kids around, all that, and the dude shot him. It's like, bruh, you can't win for losing. Like, you can't do shit in this world without someone having a reaction. So it's like, and I'm a very analytical person. I have to analyze every situation. So I don't know if I want that note.
Yeah. Well, you know what, y'all? I think at the very least it sparked a good conversation. Now, listen, guys. Like I said, I had a few more topics, but what we gonna do right now? We gonna kill the show. And we're going to take one more break, and then when we come back, if y'all are cool with it, man, I got one more little game I want to play with y'all before we before we end the show, man. Y'all cool with that?
Oh, we like it.
All right, let's. So we're going to take this break. We'll be right back.
I'm doing this mixtape right now. I'm back to what I was saying. Yeah, Bad Boy Reloaded. Where all the ladies at? New Mario Winans. I don't want to know. Somebody said they saw you. Yeah. The person you were kissing wasn't me, and I would never ask you. I just kept it to myself. I don't wanna know if you're playing me. Keep it on the low, 'cause my heart can't take it anymore. And if you're creeping, please don't let it show. Oh, baby, I don't wanna know. Hey, before we move on, we gotta give a big shout out to the man that made this shit happen right here, man. Sean Prince, Bad Boy, what up, kid? Big shout out to Hard PM, we'll see you. I think about it when I hold you. When looking in your eyes, I can't breathe. I don't need to know the truth. Baby, keep it to yourself. I don't wanna know if you're playing me. Keep it on the low, 'cause my heart can't take it anymore. And if you're creeping, please don't let it show. Oh, baby, I don't.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back from break. So, those of you that listen to the show, y'all know that we like to do a little game at the end of each show. Now, for today's show, me and Chaos were actually talking the other day about some dumbass laws that they have around the world. And we were just, we've talked about criminals, we talked about cops that have done criminal acts and gotten away with it. So, in the light of talking about criminals, after this game, you might actually realize that you're all criminals as well when y'all hear some of these laws. So, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna read a law for you guys.
Hold on, before we start, before we start this game that we about to play, I'm already a criminal. I admit the fuck out of that shit.
I already know I am too. I just haven't been caught on that.
Felon,
Look, but after this, man, y'all might realize that y'all are criminals in a whole totally different light, man. So look, I'm gonna read a law for you guys. All you gotta do is decide if it's a real law or if it's some shit that I made up. And whoever has the most points at the end, you win nothing. But like I said, you get to talk shit to these other two people when you see them anywhere. So there you go. That's what you win. Y'all ready?
True.
Let's do it.
All right. Number one, Boneman, you gonna be the first one to answer this, man.
First victim.
First victim. In Virginia, it is illegal to have sex with the lights on. True or false?
True. I read it.
See, you ruined everything, man. So I guess Jake and Prophecy are gonna answer true too. So
well, you know what? I've seen this actual list. It's like 50 crazy laws. So if you got it from that website, I know all the answers. So I might just want to be eliminated.
Oh no, I got a bunch of them. I got them from a site that it was a site that had like 500 of them up there.
Okay,
all right. So yeah, everybody got that. So
I was gonna say false. So thanks for the save, man.
Hey,
fucking up, man.
Hey, y'all can't say I never gave you nothing.
Yeah, see, that is true. All right. In Florida, it is illegal to bend over and tie your shoes within 10 feet of the interstate. Jake, we'll start with you.
That's true.
Prophecy?
I'm going to say false.
Boneman?
False?
Is that a false in a question, or is that a false confidence?
That
Man,
that's a question mark.
Confidence in there.
False.
All right, there we go. All right, man. Jake, you were the only one to miss that. So my man Prophecy and Boneman, they get the point 2 to 1. No, that is some bullshit that I made up myself. All right. Number 3.
Hey, but it sounds like it'd be logical though. Like the only reason why I said false is because it sounds like it'd be too logical.
Yeah,
like,
that won't be on this list.
Right. It sounds like it makes like you're not supposed to run in between the cars in the intersections, but I still used to when I was a kid. So it's like,
yeah. So for all you kids listening to this, just because it's legal, still don't tie your shoes by the interstate.
Right.
Especially if you got a fat ass.
All right, Prophecy, we're gonna start with you. Number 3. It is illegal to wear a bulletproof vest while committing a murder in New Jersey.
Bro, what? It's illegal. True?
Jake?
But I feel like I'm going to be the only one that gets this wrong. It's false. Murder's already legal. What's going on?
I mean, I'm just saying, though. I mean, they might slap the second charge
illegal.
on you.
No, I'm going to say false. Stick with that.
Boneman?
Let's go with them both being true. It's illegal for both.
Okay. So Prophecy, what was your answer again?
I said true.
All right, man. Prophecy and Boneman got it right again, man.
Yeah, hold on. Before we go with this, isn't it illegal to wear a bulletproof vest, period? Like regular citizens?
I think in different states, I think it's different in different states. But this is a listed law. You cannot wear a bulletproof vest while committing murder. So if you commit murder, then you getting the murder charge, and they're gonna be like, and this fucker has a bulletproof vest.
So wait a minute. So wait, that's murder plus wearing a bulletproof vest plus premeditated murder. You're going to jail for life. You're done, right? It's one of them laws.
You went into that with intent, nigga.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, yo, we was just gonna give him life, but he was wearing a bulletproof vest. Give him the death penalty. He's done. All right, number 4, Boneman, you ready?
I'm ready.
Just to let you know, Jake, you're down 3 to 1, man.
My answers are not bulletproof.
You squared. All right, number 4, Boneman, you cannot bring your pet into the beauty salon in Alaska.
There are beautiful people in Alaska?
Come on, bro. Come on.
Shots
Not that Alaska has internet to ever hear this, but come on, bro.
Damn, more shots fired.
Nah, it's true. You can't do it.
Prophecy?
I'm gonna say false.
Jake?
I'm gonna say true. That sounds just crazy enough to be on the list.
All right, man. Boneman and Jake, they got the point, man. So Boneman is up 4. He got 4.
Yeah.
Prophecy got 3. Jake, you got 2, man. Yes, that is true. You cannot bring your motherfucking pet into the beauty salon in Alaska.
But like they got salons that have pets.
Like,
that's why I was confused by that. Like I was like, they have salons that have that.
Man, they ain't about that life in Alaska.
Can you bring your human into the pet salon?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
All right, number 5. We're gonna start off with you prophecy. In Cali, California. Ain't none of y'all from California, are y'all?
Nah.
Good. In California, it is illegal to watch DVDs on a portable DVD player while you're inside your vehicle.
True.
Okay, prophecy's going with true. Jake.
False.
False.
I feel like he's from California. He answered that a little too fast.
Wait, I mean false?
Bowman.
True.
And Jake is the only one that gets the point. Jake, you catching up, man.
Yeah.
Damn. Shots fired. Jake
But hold
said,
on,
yo,
like,
we know that California, huh?
Is it dry? Like, I don't know. Like, I didn't know if you
I
could.
just made up some shit like right before y'all came in. I just typed some bullshit.
But I would say that. But like, okay, like I'm trying to get my points, nigga. I'm sure that's true. Like,
no points.
Because, like, hold on, let me break this down. Me and my nigga Bone about to get this point, dog. I'm pretty sure if you're driving, you're not allowed to watch the portable DVD player while you're driving.
See, I ain't say why you was driving though. I'm just
That's
saying,
true.
like, yeah, see, I'm just saying, you could just be sitting in the parking lot, man. Look, man, it's just some
That's
bullshit.
true.
But I
Are we debating a made up law right now?
your grind. I respect your grind, though, prophecy. So let me see.
Trying to get these points.
All right, so Boneman got 4, Jake and prophecy with 3. All right, I think we at Boneman started that. No, I think it might be Jake. Okay, Boneman, you started. It don't really fucking matter. All right, in Arizona. All right, we in Arizona now. We traveling over there.
I know a little bit about Arizona.
If you own a donkey, it is illegal for him to sleep in your bathtub.
Can I phone a friend?
Nah, man, fuck your friend. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, man, no.
He's gonna call his boy up in Arizona, like, "Hey, bro, your donkey ever sleep in your tub?"
Is that a real law, sir?
Is it a real law? Sure. True.
All right, true. Jake.
No, false.
Prophecy.
I'm gonna say true because one, I got my family's from Arizona, so I know a little.
They don't have no donkeys, do they?
I know a little bit. Nah, but they have weird laws like they have laws like you can't have 2 dildos in the same house type of shit. So I'm gonna say that might be true.
Oh, we should have had him on for the sexy thing with Drees last night.
Oh, man, right? All right, Boneman and prophecy, man, they get the point, man. Yeah, that is actually a law. In Arizona, if you own a donkey, if he's sleeping in your bathtub, they taking you downtown, man. The fuck is this donkey doing in your bathtub? I probably.
What the fuck is a donkey doing in the house? Period.
Yeah. So all right, that's what is that? 5 for Boneman.
Yeah,
4
5, 4, 3.
All right, 5, 4, 3. All right, Jake.
Yo,
let's go, man. You in Ohio right now?
Okay.
You in Ohio?
I got this one.
All right. Is it illegal to send texts that are sexual in nature before the hours of 11 p.m.? Is that a real law or is that fake?
That's made up.
Prophecy.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with this nigga because he said ooh, so I'm gonna say that's made up too.
Hey, I wouldn't put faith in me, bro. I'm in last place.
Bowman.
False.
All right, man. Everybody got the point. Yeah, that's a
yeah. I live in Northern. I'm 5 minutes away from Cincinnati. I live in Northern Kentucky, so
okay.
I'm all about that.
That wasn't even fair. So 6-5-4. Boneman still up. Let's go. Prophecy, man. You on Oregon, dog?
Oh fuck.
That's the first time anyone's ever been pissed.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's like the word. Why would I want it? First of all, can we have a next question? I don't want to be in Oregon.
In Oregon, it is illegal to do push-ups in any other location in public other than the gym.
That sounds true.
True for prophecy. Boneman.
False.
Jake.
Bowman's the leader. I'm going with him.
Boneman must know all the laws, yo. Once again, that is something that I made up.
He's got it pulled up for shit. You sent in the link. What's it? Conspiracy.
Well, Boneman's already won Well, actually, no. There's a chance you guys can come back if you miss.
Oh, hell no. Don't be making up bonus points at the end of the round.
I'm going to get these bonus points, bro.
All right. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
I think we starting with Boneman this time. Boneman.
Yes.
You in
So wait,
Turkey.
is it 7-5-5?
Yeah, 7-5-4.
Okay.
Jake is down 4. He got 4.
All right.
Yeah. Oh no, Jake, you got the point. My bad.
Yeah, 7-5-5.
My bad. All right, Boneman, you in Turkey, dog. I done flew you out the country now, man.
I ain't even got a passport. That's illegal, bro.
So you done already. But will you be going to jail? Is it illegal for you? Will you get a fine if you flush the toilet after 10 p.m., Boneman?
Have toilets?
No, more shots fired. Yo, you fucked up.
The views reflected by Boneman do not necessarily reflect the views of the podcast.
Will you get a fine for flushing the toilet? Is it a number 1 or number 2?
Yo, all of it, but especially number 2s.
That's illegal. You catching a fine for that.
All right, Prophecy. You catching a fine in Turkey for flushing that toilet at 10:01, man?
I'm gonna say true. I don't know why. It just sounds awkward.
Jake.
No way.
Man, Jake, you
False.
scrambling. That is actually a law in Turkey.
Damn! God,
Tell me that was the bonus question. Let's go.
God. Come on. I gotta get my turkey knowledge on.
Look, with that being said, man, Boneman has already won, but y'all want to just finish up these last 2?
Yeah, that's what.
All right, man. Look, in Maryland. We in Maryland now.
Oh, be more.
Did you fly me back?
Yeah, you stuck, dog. We might come.
So then this is just for me.
So
this is just for me and him then. So this is the victory point for me and him.
We still talking to Boneman.
He trying to get them points, yo.
He used his one phone call to finish the game. All right, in Maryland, Prophecy. Is it illegal to take a lion to the movies?
What? What?
Is it illegal? I mean, is that a law? I mean, it might be. It might.
I'm gonna say false.
All right, Jake.
True. I lost.
Oh man.
What's the question? Can you take a lion to the movies?
Is it illegal? Nah, I mean, I'm sure that they don't want you to have a lion in a movie theater, but the question is is it illegal? Like, will you actually get arrested or get a fine if you do it? That's the question.
Well, if everybody doesn't die, then yeah, that's illegal.
That's illegal. Yes, that is actually something that is written in the law books.
I said false. I said false because hold on. Let me justify my points, right? Okay, because you said something earlier that said you didn't say if you were really driving. So how do I know this line isn't a stuff line?
Oh, see, okay. You know what?
So
just for being clever, I'm gonna give you the fucking point.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you the point because that's good. I like that. See that? This is a man that's fighting. He fighting for them points, man.
Hey, Sack, Merry Christmas. I'm gonna send you some online money. You can give me them points, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be like I told you, dog. You gotta be real literal with me, dog. Like you didn't really say if it was a stuff lion. That motherfucker could have been a sea lion, or you know what I'm saying? Like I could have had a dog named Lion. You know what I mean?
Oh shit!
You right. Okay.
I love the analysis.
You didn't say Detroit Lion T-shirt, like you know what I'm saying? Like,
Look, hey y'all, hold on real quick. Let me let Chaos jump back in because we just lost him right when we went through that last question. So I'm gonna give him like 20 seconds to jump back in. If he don't, I'm just gonna keep myself recording. I'm just gonna send him my version real quick. Hold on.
Chaos left as soon as he heard. He's like a lion. Fuck out of here, nigga.
He said, "I'm about to go take my lion to the movie right now."
You know what I'm saying?
You need to get yourself a better guess because I just shit all over that game. That was terrible, man.
Yo, Jake, man, look, we got one more question though, man. You can redeem yourself though, man.
It's all about reputation now, boys. I'm in the lottery.
By my math, I think we almost tied up.
I actually think that I know Jake and Prophecy are tied. I believe. I just gave Prophecy that bonus point. So Prophecy got that. He fighting for that second hard as a bitch.
No, I've been 2 points ahead.
Yeah, he was ahead of me.
Yeah, I was 2 points ahead. That's why I said me and Bone about to be tied in the motherfucker.
I don't know what to talk about, bro.
I don't think Bone got any wrong.
One.
Nah,
I got one wrong.
Got one wrong. Yeah.
You don't remember which one it was?
Shit. I don't.
Was it the interstate one?
Yeah, it might have been.
I think it was. I think it was like the second question I answered. I got wrong.
Yeah, and then he pulled up the wiki, and now he knows all about it. So.
Oh, yeah. Voice recognition wiki.
Hey, yo, Chaos said give him 45 seconds. He said they had a bad storm and he had a blackout. He said his computer's back. He just cut it back on. He just
damn.
What's up with the team getting all these bad things happening to him? I'm looking around like somebody's going to mug me or something.
Nah, man, that's that Australian life over there, man.
Yeah.
It's real over there, dog.
Hey, I've always like Australia is one of my places. You know, one of those places that you want to visit.
Hell yeah, man!
But
I ain't fucking with
I'm scared to death. I'm scared to death to go there because they don't have all their shit right. like a lot of niggas and this is the thing. We bring it back to Kobe, right? He calls himself the Black Mamba, right? And I've always understood that logic before I've owned 2 snakes, right? So before I've owned these snakes, I didn't really know much about snakes. But Black Mamba is the deadliest snake, right? That's what it's known as. But that's not really true. Like it's not even it's like not even in the top. I think it's like top 10. So why would you call yourself deadliest snake? If you're not even the deadliest snake. Like you might be the deadliest snake in Africa, but like Australia has every fucking poisonous thing in the world. Like you go over there and step on a tree and you might die. Like they got poisonous every fucking thing. Like I've always wanted to go, but I just was like, bruh, they got spiders that's as big as my hand in Australia. Like I'm good, dog.
Hey y'all, Chaos just told me to go ahead and finish, man, because I actually supposed to be leaving to pick up my girl in 10 minutes. So we gonna finish with this last question, then we gonna do shout outs and we out. So I'm gonna just send them out a copy of the recording. All right, fellas, for the last question. Prophecy, I don't know who we started with, but I'm gonna just start with you, man. You in motherfucking North Dakota, dog.
Boo.
which is the coolest anyone's ever said you in North Dakota, by the way.
All right, in North Dakota, is it illegal to wear your hat while you out in public and dancing, man?
I'm gonna say true. I don't know why. I just feel like no one cares about North Dakota, so it might be a rule.
so they would do some shit like that, right?
Yeah,
just
they might do some shit like that.
Jake, can you wear your hat in North Dakota while you getting down with a young lady?
Ooh.
He gets down with young ladies?
Yes.
Well, not that young. Not that young.
Oh, not that you know.
Dispose of this podcast.
Amber alert. No.
I'm a red dot. Hold on, that's the FBI. I'll be right back. No, it's not illegal.
That's not illegal. Boneman, it's illegal.
Wait, Prophecy, you said yeah, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Prophecy on this one. Therefore, if we both get it right, I'm still ahead.
Yo, Boneman is on fire. Jake, I'm sorry.
He is fun.
Jake, if you do go to North Dakota, man, don't wear that hat, man, because it is illegal to wear your hat. If you're in the public and dancing, you got to take that damn hat off, man.
Hey, you realize that if he would answer wrong, I would be tied. We'd be tied. Hey, that was a smart move right there.
Boneman made the smart move. Guys, I want to thank y'all so much for participating, not only in this game, but just participating in the show in general, man. That's all we got for this episode, y'all. So we going to end off. I'm going to let everybody go ahead and get them quick shout-outs, man. Jake, go ahead and give the shout-outs, man, to whoever you want to get them quick shout-outs.
Oh, first, quickly, shout-out to y'all. Bowman Prophecy is great meeting you guys. Prophecy, I want to know how much it's going to take to pay you to move here so that every time someone wants to say shit to me, you can analyze it and just shut them down. Because you was killing it, man, every single time.
I'm like that, bro.
Put Prophecy on the payroll.
Every time. That's right.
Prophecy on the payroll.
But yes, shout out to y'all. Shout out to the only reason I'm here is because my boy Roniel, he hooked me up, and that's the only reason you guys know or care who I am. Anybody who's listening out there. So, shout out to my girl in the other room because I made her shut up the whole time I was in here. So she's in there. Yeah, I'm not gonna be like Drees and get Barry White with it, but you know how it is. Other than that, community. Everybody, I hope everybody listens to this. Hope everybody enjoyed everything because I sure as hell did.
No doubt. Boneman, what about you, man?
Definitely shout out to Chaos. We've been talking about this for I feel like 3 months, and it just never. I just never got in here. I don't know what happened, but yeah, man. Shout out to y'all for doing this. Also, shout out to C Squared, who actually put me onto this. He made mention. I guess that's how y'all found out about me. Dude, man. He's one of my bros, man. He's the shit right now.
Cause matter of fact, y'all got the y'all back with Chaos, right?
Yeah, man.
Okay, cool. Cause I follow him too, man. So yeah, big shout out to C Square, man.
Yeah, for real. But wait, can I ask for everyone that's like watching or listening right now? Can we get a thumbnail of Prophecy with a lion? Can that be a thing?
At the movie theater.
At the movie
Let's
theater.
get it.
Can that be a thing?
I need that shit now.
I need that in my life.
Yes.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, man. But one last shout out is I gotta shout out Robbie over there at Two Brothers Gaming over there on YouTube, man. He done taught me like I want to say almost everything I fucking know about YouTube. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm done.
No doubt in Prophecy, last but not least, man. Go ahead and throw them shout outs.
First and foremost, I want to thank God for allowing me to. No, let me stop. Let me give a shout out to my man's King Dooms. For those of y'all that don't know who he is, check out his channel. He put me on, and then I'm gonna go ahead and say shout outs to Chaos as well, because we've been talking for like the last 3-4 weeks about doing this, and either somebody was sick or it was always messing up.
It was me.
And then I want to thank y'all for allowing me to be a guest on here, and y'all kept it real funny and classy. And also to my man's Two Bro Gaming, just because he's a cool dude. Like I don't you don't meet too many cool people like that. Like me and my man's was talking on Twitter about playing rec, and my man's just sent me a text message and gave me his phone number, and we've been talking like that. Like that's real cool. And another big shout out is because it's the holidays, and I don't know if I'll be back on here before the happy holidays to everybody. And shout outs to the niggas that got stepkids and getting presents for the other kids.
That's a real talk.
I knew he was gonna get real talking there. I knew it.
And I'm gonna just end off by saying, man, shout out to my beautiful wife who's actually waiting for me to go pick her up. So let me get these shout outs out real quick. Baby, don't kill me. I love you. And you know what I'm saying? It was for a good cause. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get that line. We gonna go to the movie theaters. Everything gonna be all right. Let me give a shout out to y'all three, man. This has been one of the funnest shows, man. It was funny. It was hilarious. I had a great time. Y'all were great guests. And if y'all are if y'all are open to it, I would love to have y'all back as soon as we're all free again.
Oh yeah,
let's go tomorrow.
Yeah, let's record the next episode tonight, man. Screw your wife,
man. Because there's so many other topics I had on deck. I just didn't think we were gonna take this long, but we had so much fun. And last but not least, man, shout out to the Editor's Corner, man. If you know what I'm saying, I haven't got a chance to really shout out the site. Obviously, the podcast is for the website. So if you're not a member, please go to www.TECEDITORSCORNER.com. Join, sign up, kick it with us. Maybe you could be on the podcast as well. And that's all I got. Oh, last but not least, yo, give out y'all Twitter. Give out y'all Twitters one more time, man.
UTX the Prophecy with a 3 instead of an E at the end.
All right,
Boneman 9000.
Simple as that, Jake.
At Jake_Allen_14.
Yo, chill with that shit.
_chill _with
And,
there's a lot of Jakes.
And my Twitter is, I don't have a Twitter, because fuck Twitter. Shots fired. Boom, 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 boom. We out.